It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Go! 180! Watch it, here we go, here we go. I got him, back to mine. I got him. Hey, ball.
55. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
34 yards there and a first down.
Well, they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree
you're
totally.
The guy.
I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check. Check, hot. Alert.
Now it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerve showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's not going anywhere to start tonight. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing on second down. Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Khalil Mack. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check 9, check 9. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Play action, now Taylor. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
55, my God, 55. Strip the ball. Strip, lock in, lock in. Hey, orbit. Yeah.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. The 3rd down run gets them nothing. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now, they're not close to the 1st down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Look at the spin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Oh, you got deep? Watch that. Check 50.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Hey.
They go play action with Taylor. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On the return is Cohen. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Everson Griffin able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Move. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, tight. Check the backer. Check.
Now Trubisky to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Check 55 to Mike.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go back. We got motion. Back up. Ran. Bravo. Watch 55. Drop deep. 55.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Cohen. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
25. Check 25. No.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
From the 24, Taylor. It's caught, Smith. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
We want it. Come to my world. 58.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Ready.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
You're not ready. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Throwing again, it's Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Cohen. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Alpha. Here we go. Mike 55.
On first down, Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Check 13. Check. Alert. 55, Mark, guys, 55. Hey, my 7.
Now Trubisky on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Alert, alert. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the run, watch the run.
Trubisky will throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
54 Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch twist. Rush in. Hey, ball. Go. Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
On third down, Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 28 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Play action, it's Taylor. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Taylor now on third down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Taylor now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
Tight go. Back.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check 52. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 3. Run it.
They go play action now. Taylor. Complete to Hilton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 30-yard attempt.
And the kick by Elliott is good. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check nickel. 66.
Now Taylor. A screen to Bell. The way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there. A first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Yeah, 60 outlaw. Watch the slap. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Come on. Trump. 57's the mic. Okay. Yeah. Check 26.
On 2nd and 12. Taylor. Complete. Smith has it. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 44 yards.
First and goal at the 9.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Bell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
The score, Vikings 17, Bears 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bears take over first and
Let's go.
10.
Let's go.
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Smooth. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, run.
Now on 2nd and 13. Trubisky trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
58, boy. 58, Mike.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
55, I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. They run it again with Cook. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought
Cook stripped. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. On 1st down, Cohen. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Pick that, pick that.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Trubisky now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 22, Trubisky. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, slam, slam.
Here's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Everson Griffin, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I got you, boy.
Now Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown of the night. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
From the 27, Taylor, space to maneuver at the 40. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen, as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Taylor. Setting up the screen for Cook. A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Bell. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
58's the mark. 58's the mark. You ain't going nowhere. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. We're there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bears' 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
36, 37.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 28 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They've got his man complete. He's at the 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Set, ready. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, me and you all day.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. They had the extra week of rest. That was a factor. I think this home crowd was certainly a factor as well. So this is step one done. Now they need to win next week if they want to get to the Super Bowl.
I like those two factors that you brought up. The extra week, getting the open week by being the number 2 seed, a terrific home crowd for them, coupled with really good play. That allows them now to keep their Super Bowl dream alive. One more on their way to the Super Bowl.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.